How is everyone tonight? Welcome to Tutorial Thursday, our fun night. Hello to everyone that's here tonight. I see so many names. I won't single you out. I'll just say, hey. I'm tired again, but I did sleep in today. I am getting caught up on sleep, so. Alright, last week's paintings, we did the sandwich pour, which didn't dry the greatest, but could definitely embellish something here to bring into this. There's Shelly. Our dream team chat has been very quiet today, so I didn't know if Shelly was even around today. This was our Boilermaker. I like the way this one dried. Super cool. And then we had the reverse swipe, which is Brian's favorite technique. That came out really good. Colors are great. Of course, we used the same colors so we could see how cohesive they would be. And they're fine. I'm going to move these up. Out of my way. Okay. So tonight, we're going to get started on ornaments. Got my cutting mat. Hi, everybody. And I've got my Scotch Blue wide tape. The cutting mat link is below in the description, as well as the tape. You're better off buying 6 rolls for the price. You will use it on paintings, I'm sure, but it just works so much better, the wide one, for ornaments. Less time cutting, and that's what you want. I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to try to bring you down. My cords are very short today. Well, there you go. I'll move it back a little. Hi, Kathy. Hi, bye. Alright, so I have several different kinds of ornaments today. These were some ornaments that I bought from Michael's after Christmas. They were on clearance. Super heavy. They're more of a ceramic, but we'll do those. And of course the arabesque tiles that you can get at Lowe's. I think there's 15 on a sheet. Less than $6. And then they have the smaller ones, which look like Christmas bulbs, which I really thought were cute. So we're going to tape off that. And these are the new ones that I got from Michael's this year. They're a clear glass. To me, it's frosted. They say clear. It has a tiny bevel edge, which I'm not worried about. If that bothers you, you could tape this side off and paint on this side. So I did tape all of those off. Well, not one box of them I did, so that I could show you how I taped them off. Alright, so let's get taping, because that's important. A lot of people just ask me, how do you tape them off? Well, you want full coverage, because we're going to resin. This tape will stay on until these are finished. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I cut these out, because arthritis is really sore today. But I did get a lot of them done. I didn't do them all because it's going to be a project in itself. So I go ahead and cover. I'd go against the edge on this side, so you don't have to cut that. And make sure you push down really well. Alright, and this is why we use the cutting mat. Got my X-Acto knife. I should have put a fresh blade in it, but I did not. When you're cutting the arabesque, they have these little jet outs. So I like to go in and cut that jet out first, because I don't want to mess with it later. Okay, and then I want to cut that edge. This will save you time, believe me. So I'm going to go from that jet out and cut around to that where my tape is already not there. Same thing here. I always hold the tape with my thumb and just do a quickie. And I just keep stacking those piles of tape on each other till I'm finished. So if you're going to do one, do a bunch, because you'd be surprised how fast you get these done, and then you got to retape tiles again. So if you have a box full, tape a box full. So I'm going to right from that jet out again. I was watching I'm a Killer on Netflix today while I was doing these. Okay, so that's it. That will bring your tape right up to the edge. I always double check this way. I see a little piece of blue tape there, because you don't want any overhang. Your resin will get stuck there. And that's it. That's ready to paint, except for cleaning it with alcohol first. Alright, let's do the bigger arabesque. I did not say that, Mona. No. I'm not taping for you. See that finger? That's arthritis, and when I push, it hurts. It's owies. Well, I didn't cut that one long enough. I want to make sure I get those points covered. So if you watch Michael's, because they do have coupons, you can get these glass ones cheaper. Or if you have rewards, save them up for that. I was going to order some more, and I looked at what I have. I really don't need more of those. I love these tiles. It's just backing them after you paint them. So Shelly and I were talking about it the other night. She was trying to cut the cork. And I said, what about the velvet liner we use for the boxes? That would be super easy to cut. We could lay it on the tile and cut it, just like this. So I'm going to try it. Next week we'll be doing a different kind of ornament. So tonight it's just ceramics and taping them off for pouring. Now all of these ornaments will get bloomed. They sell really well. So I don't have a problem selling these. And I'll probably give some away on Monday nights too. So that's that one. But cutting out that jet right there is the best thing to do first. Got a little piece of blue there. My mats have seen so much cutting lately. Alright. Now, these heavy duty ones, I was worried that the tape wasn't going to stick to these, but it does very well. I look at both sides. One side seems to be like smoothed out, but then I feel rough stuff. So it's like, okay, that's the back. I'm going to leave that as the back. So that's the side that I want to tape off. There's Kathy. She's back. Okay. Simple. These are simple. Actually, these are the easiest. Completely round. Now, last year, when I poured these ornaments that have the hole, I let that fill up with paint. I take a little rhinestone and I glue it there, and I put a bail on the back because I think it's just nicer than trying to drill a hole, because you'd have to drill it out. So I just run my knife. If this was sharper, I could just turn the ornament and it would cut it right off. But I've been doing so many today, my knife's getting a little dull. Running it against ceramic tile dulls it for sure. Alright, so that's that one. So my paint will have nowhere to go but to fill that hole, and that's fine. And then I will put a bail on the back, and you'll see that later, a few weeks from now, when we finish them. And you'll see how I do that. Now these glass ones, like I said, you can keep the bevel side up. I don't know if you can see the bevel. You can leave that up, or you can tape that side off and use the smooth side. I've been leaving the bevel up because I'm curious to see how they will look with the resin. So they may come out really cool with that little bump. We'll find out. Always make sure you push that tape really well on the edges, because once you start painting, it's important that that stays down. Alright, these are fun. I just start here and I just turn the tile. They're simple. Circles are easy. Circles are easier than all the little cutouts. And that's it. Ready to paint. So, we'll start a few tonight, so you can see the amounts of paint that I use on those little tiles, because it's not a lot. And how we get our little designs that we're looking for. So up comes the bucket. And I'm probably going to leave you there because I want you to see them up closer. Let me center my turntable here. Okay. Fluid Art Co. for these mats. They sure don't slide off of there. I'm going to get some gloves on. Hi, Joanne. So if you guys haven't watched Joanne Ralston Art, check her channel out. She does some fun stuff on Wednesday night lives, and she puts videos up. Alright, so let's do the tiny little arabesque first, because he's little. I don't remember if I did any of these last year. I may have done a few. And grab a few colors. Make it simple what I have sitting here from last time we bloomed. I still haven't put them away. If I can find the one I'm looking for. There we go. Alright. I'm only going to use 3 colors because it's not a very big tile. Cell activator. Now, I did some last year with white cell activator and they were pretty. But I just go back to the black all the time. I don't know why I like that. I just think it makes it look richer or something. It really enhances the colors. I just read Christina's comment. Alan gave up. He doesn't say anything to me anymore. He just says, if he says anything, it's, where are you going to put that? That's the problem I'm having. Because we don't want it in the house. We want it out here. And it's like, Houston, we have a problem. So when I get this one done, I'll put these colors with it so I can do 3 more of the same. So I have 4 of each, because some people like to buy 4. Some people only want 2. And other people want all the misfits. All the singles. Alright, I've got it now. So I'm just gonna take it off the stick because, like I said, this tile's not very big. I found it easier if you touch your edges of that shape first. That's a lot of paint. Alright, let's start with Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. This is Posse. Not going to need a lot of color. Then we'll go to Sapphire from TLP. I really do like this color. Definitely a sapphire. And it's September. And then we're going to put some velvet on there. That'll give us a pretty violet hue. Now, on cell activator, don't need a lot. I'll bring this back a little bit. Come back here. Ellen still didn't level out my table. Just a touch. That should be plenty. So I had said the other day that I wanted to talk to you guys about blowing. And the reason I say that is because I'm hearing too many people say things about headaches. Let me blow this and we'll talk. If you have taken the Shelley Art course, you know that we blow blooms with our mouths. And that's fine. You can do that. But if you're wearing a respirator to apply resin or varnish or any of those things that have low VOCs, why aren't you doing that when you're blowing Shelley blooms, right? Because paint has VOCs. Josania varnish has VOCs. Pigments are not made for you to inhale. It just worries me because, you know, I do have lung problems to begin with. And just the thought of me being down there blowing and then taking a deep breath to blow again, that's all going in your lungs every single time. That's why I use blowers and blow dryers and air brushes. I don't want to damage my lungs any more than what they already are. So that's just my 2 cents, but I'm just looking out for everybody because it really scares me when I think of all these fluid artists 10 years from now having problems with their lungs and wondering why. I'm not getting a lot of cells on here. It's such a little area. But I'm going to spin it out, and then I'll set it aside because it will develop. I had this problem last year. They didn't do anything until I set them aside. Okay, let me put that over there. Then I can show you if I don't forget. I always forget to show. I do have a little flocculation going there. It's because I really stretched that paint. But it's not on the tile, it's on the mat. So I'm going to set that aside and let it do its thing. Okay. Any questions thus far? I'm going to look at the screen now and see if anybody needs anything answered. Joanne, I got the arabesque, the big and the small at Lowe's. And these little glass ones are from Michael's Online. The link is in the description for these as I get paint on it. And these heavy-duty ceramic ones are from Michael's from last year. They don't have them this year. I looked to see if they still had them. They don't have them. And they didn't get them in. So this year they have the glass ornaments. Alright, let's try that color. Let's stick with that whole color theme. Because I want to try these. I do want to clean these glass ones off real quick. So when I was doing these, well, I can get a paper towel. When I was doing these, I was eating Chex Mix, so I think my fingers might have been a little dirty. Watching Netflix, I'm a killer, and eat Chex Mix and taping off tiles. Isn't that wonderful? None of that goes together. Alright, let's see how this behaves. I'm going to turn my bin one because I keep getting paint on me. Hi, Lee from Rome, Georgia. Welcome. Alright. So I want to make sure I get enough paint in that hole. I'm going to seal it. When I get these done, I'll show you the bales that I use. And I should probably get that link for you too, because I did get those on Amazon. Hi, Gretchen. Larry's here. I haven't been watching the screen too much because I'm kind of busy over here. Alright, let's get some velvet. That other tile's not changing too much. I might have to scrape that one. Remember what I always say about the pancake? Scrape the first one. Alright, let's blow this one out. May need to add a little Aussie to my cell activator. It's been sitting for a bit. But I'm not worried. So the reason I started doing this tonight is because this is when we really need to start ornaments. Because you need drying time, you need curing time, time for resin, time for finishing, and if you're doing 50, you need a lot of time. So get started on these. She's not selling. She's not behaving. Okay, let me give it a little dollop of Australian football. No, I do not drill a hole in the lowest tiles. And I will show you how I hang them in a minute here. Alright. I'm going to scrape that one and do it again. And I'm going to add a little Joa to my velvet and my Sleeping Beauty because they were a little thick. Let me do that. Alright, let's scrape that one off. I mean, it's growing, but I'm not going to get anything in the middle. And I don't like it that way. So we'll just scrape a little bit of that off. And we'll start over. Don't have to wipe it. Just put some more white down. Okay. I am going to push it out to the edge though. I might need a smidge more paint. There we go. Gotta have that little pillow. Alright, let's try this again. It's a little bit thinner. My sapphire was pretty good, so I didn't thin that down. It's pretty full. I really can't thin it down. I wonder if that was a goober that just went in there. Oh! Do you ever have those days when it's just not the day to paint? I think today may be one of those days. Yeah, a lot of people have given up on fluid art, Brian. I think back to people that used to watch us that aren't even watching other people. You know, like I didn't just lose them. Other people lost them too. And sometimes if I see them, or, you know, on Facebook, I'll say, are you not painting anymore? And they're like, no. So it's kind of sad. But you have to think about, there's certain things with acrylic pouring. Let me finish blowing this. First question I get from people that have been painting for, let's say, 4 or 5 months. You know, they're into it. They're painting every day, making all these paintings, and then they say to me, what do you do with all these paintings? That's a lot. That is one reason a lot of people don't paint anymore, because they have all these paintings and nothing to do with them. They don't have a place to sell. They don't have an Etsy shop. Their channel's not, let's say they don't have a channel, or their channel's not big enough to do an auction where they'd actually get people to come. So I tell them, when I'm asked, local coffee shop, local restaurants, go in and talk to them. They would love to have artwork on their walls, they happen to sell one for you, that's awesome. Give them a commission. You know, say, because I sold this here, here's 20%. Even though they may not want it, but then there are some that would say, well, I want 25%. So you really have to try. And it's fine to hang paintings all over your house. Have your little art wall or whatever. But eventually you're going to have to take those down to put the new stuff up. And my thing is, my studio is full of paintings right now. A lot of them I'm going to donate to Safe Space, so they can sell them and generate money for abused women. Still not doing anything, is it? And I have some that I'm going to hold back for a St. Jude auction, because they're going to be better paintings, the better stuff that I have that's resined, and that stuff I'll auction off for St. Jude. But I don't like auctioning off my paintings, but because I have a channel and I do so much work, I don't have a choice. It's not like I can do a painting and sell it every Monday, or do 3 paintings every Monday and sell them. I'm giving up on this color palette. It's not working. Something is not working with, it's probably the velvet is too thick. So we're going to go ahead and do a different color palette, because I'm not happy with that at all. So I'm going to take, okay, let's try this one. Let me wipe that off completely. Look at the cells I got over there, though. It's just paint. I could have used this for the base, but I'm not going to. So, it's cringeworthy, isn't it? But my hole is full of paint. That's good. Alright. So let's try a different color palette with hopefully different consistencies. I should have checked all these before I went live. But they worked so well on the wood rounds, I thought we were good. Monica, I would do both. I would use silver CA for blue bases and purple, maybe. You can use gold with the reds, the greens. I would try both. The gold, I did watch Harmony House. She did a comparison on golds for gold CAs. And the Rust-Oleum Gold Mine is the one that worked the best. And you can get that on Amazon. It's expensive, but if it works, she did all swipes on black paint. And that was the only one that held up, where that didn't sink into the black. Okay. That one's a little thick. We'll give that a shot. Okay. So I'm going to be using, and I'm going to remember to say it right this time. So I'm going to use TLP Harvest Gold, which is this big bold gold, I call it. This color will take over in a bloom, so use it sparingly. I did a gorgeous box with this color. It was so pretty. That was the first one that sold in my art auction. And then I'm going to be using the Art Alchemy Iris Potion. This is the sparkly one. And I also have TLP Syrah. Super pretty color. Yes, we did a whole month of blooming on Tutorial Thursdays. So if you missed it, it's in the playlist. I like that color too. It's almost like Moe's eggplant shimmer. I went back and watched Monday night, and you guys, you could definitely tell how tired I was when I said Moe's shimmering spruce. I had to laugh. It was funny. Okay, so let's take the potion first. Then we'll do our gold because we want to keep that just a little bit below. And that was probably a little bit too much. Then we'll take our Syrah. I'm just taking the tip of the stick is all I'm trying to do. Alright, and then we'll do our black cell activator. So when you put your black cell activator, you want to watch for that halo. If you don't get a halo, it's probably too thick. If it completely disperses, it's too thin. Okay, let's see if we get some luck with this one. If not, I'm quitting. Look at that. Just doesn't want to give me any cells tonight. So it's definitely the cell activator that's giving me grief. Why? Why are you doing that? So we'll pop the air bubbles this way. Alright, let's let that set a minute. I'm going to mix up another black real quick while that's setting. Just to see if it's going to be different. Because we're getting nada. I don't think so, Brian. I just think my cell activator's not participating well. It's, I've added to it twice because I've had it mixed for, oh, it's been almost a month. Normally I can just add a little Aussie to it and it works fine. But for some reason it's just not behaving tonight. Yeah, it's being funky. So, and, you know, sometimes it'll be too thick and then all of a sudden it'll just bloom. But it's not doing that either. And I'm seeing some flocculation here, which tells me it's not mixed correctly. So I'm mixing up some Amsterdam oxide black. We're going to try that instead. I have not tried this yet, so it may not work either. Why not, right? How many times have we scraped this tile? Yeah, it's not behaving at all. But we have those days where the cell activator doesn't work correctly. That's when you stop and you mix up a fresh batch or tweak the batch that you're using. So that's what I'm doing. I'm mixing a fresh batch because I've already tweaked and it didn't work. So, alright, I think this should be okay. Let me see if I get a bounce. Yep, I got the bounce. Alright, I'm going to scrape that one with my fingers. Every time I do this, I say, ouch. I'm going to try it one more time. And if not, then we know it's my condition of my studio. Not the right temps, too much humidity. All kinds of things can affect your paintings. Or it just could be user error. Okay. You want to have enough paint on here to pull your color over. So you got to make sure your base is good enough. Okay. One more time. It's not like it's a bunch of paint we're wasting. You know, it's just little tiny bits. If it was a big painting, that would be different. I haven't done anything bigger than a 20-inch with a bloom. I'm too afraid of wasting that much product if it doesn't work. Okay, let's see if that cell activator works better. And just like that, we have cells. Go figure. So, that goes to show you, when they set too long, and you tweaked them a few times, they're not going to work. So this was the Amsterdam, I used the Expert series, which some people said didn't work. Oxide Black. Yes, winter, winter, chicken dinner. I know that is so pretty. Okay, let me spin this one out. I'm not even worried about that little black section right now. I want to get the paint off. That gold with that Syrah is so pretty. Okay, one more spin. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay. Wipe my hands before I grab it off of there. So now we know. So I may have to rethink the whole carbon black thing. As expensive as the golden carbon black is, if it's not going to work more than a week, it's not worth the money, right? But normally when I mix it up, I use it right up, so I just mix it as per use. And that's that one. Okay, let's move that one aside. That's pretty right there, but my cab's too big for that spot. Yeah, I've got a lot of cabs too, Susan. Well, they're more markers or magnets than cabs. I should start putting them in with my Etsy orders. Free gift. Alright, let's try the arabesque. I want to use the same color combo because I want to see what that gold looks like on here. Watch that clock, because Mona's going to do a premiere after me. So we're all going to go to her channel after. She's going to premiere at 9. So maybe we can knock 2 more out and be done. Just in time. Okay. So Alan and I will be sitting on the floor again this weekend. Both bathrooms. Because we're getting our bathroom and master bath and closet floors put in next weekend, but we gotta do it this weekend because he can't have Friday off. And it's my son's birthday. So you could use a lot more color on these to avoid getting the white. Because I'm not one to push my paint out. I like to flow the color over the white. But of course my pigments are a little on the thick side. Oh, Alan's here. Yeah, Alan, you're going to be sitting on the floor. Remember the iron? Thank God we only have to do one room of those, though. Alright, let me poof that just a smidge in the middle. He was lurking. That's a good way to get him out of the woodwork. Alright, these tiles are from Lowe's, correct. They come on a big sheet. You just rip them off the glue and they're ready to use. Okay. I shouldn't have blew that middle. I should have left it alone. Oh, that gold with that Syrah is so pretty. I am getting some flocculation with that gold now. See it here? Oh, it breaks. That's when you kind of know your stuff's getting old. It's time to refresh everything. Well, you know my pigments have been mixed forever. It's a pretty tile. It needs a cup. It needs a cup. Okay, we got 11 minutes left. Speed round. Same color palette. Because we wouldn't have time if I choose a new one. We're going to do the Michael's Round ceramic. Heavy duty jobber. He's a beast. Okay. I like to fill that hole. Let's put a little more color on this one. See if that makes a difference. I'm so excited to like get into my golden peach and all those colors that I used last year because those tiles were so pretty. We had some gorgeous ornaments last year. But that's me out here playing like on a Saturday or Sunday, watching TV when I'm painting. No stress. Alright. Let's blow this out. I was gonna blow again, I'm like, stop. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I remember that, Linda. I remember you telling me that. So remember too, guys, you can use Posse paints for blooming. Especially like the knockoff, the denim blue, the lemon lime. The ones that have a lot of shimmer or metallic-y to them, they work so pretty in the blooms. But I also like the solid colors, like the bumblebee yellow, orange marmalade, Victoria's muscadine wine. There's a lot of pretty ones. Yeah, Ellen, I remember last year when you came home and you were like, I need more ornaments. What do you mean you need more ornaments? I don't have more. I thought he'd bring me some back home so I could sell them. So this year we will be prepared. This one's super pretty too. Let's lift this one up. It's a pretty color palette. And that will change some more as it's setting. Of course, the first one we did not play well. The cells got a little bigger, but it's pretty bland. I'm going to scrape it. So this is our first week of ornaments. So I'm hoping that I will have time to paint a bunch tomorrow, because next week we will do the I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Next week we're going to do a different type of ornament. It'll be step one of a process. I will have a few that are already done with that step so that we can do another style of ornament. And these are the acrylic, the flat rounds. So we'll do a bloom on top of that, but we're going to first fill it with glitter. And we're going to tape off a spot on the back. So when that bloom is dry and we peel that sticker off the back, we have a place where we can sign it and it will look clean. So that'll be done next week. The week after that, we're going to resin these. And the week after that, we will finish them. So this whole month will be probably ornaments. And then next month, we'll figure out what we're going to do. Probably more functional art. Last minute gifting stuff that you can get done before the holidays. And of course, viewer's choice. If you guys want to see something, email me at ChristinaWelchArt@yahoo.com. And I'll do my best to get a tutorial Thursday. At least get that in there. It may be a class on its own, but at least I can get it in there before the end of the year. Because December 31st, guys, I'm done with tutorial Thursdays. That's probably when I'll start my channel memberships. And if you guys want tutorials, you'll have to be a member. I offered a 52, well, not 52 weeks because I took a month off. But I offered you a full year of tutorials free of charge. And now it's going to be different. Not saying it to be mean, because we always teach on Monday nights too, so it's not like you're not going to learn anything for free. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate you. You're awesome. So let's head over to Mona's. Do we have a link for Mona? I'll go head over to Mona's, watch her premiere while I close up my paints and hop on over there. She's always got something fun to watch. And there's her link. Shelly just posted it. Click on that and I will see you guys over there. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I love you all and I'll see you on Monday. Bye now.